Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborewori has rewarded Master Great Chinedu Okodiashi with 20 million naira for emerging as the winner of the World Spelling Bee Championship in China. The governor described the achievement as a testament to the state's sustained investment in education. He announced the cash reward in Asaba while receiving the championship trophy from the student and officials of the Ministry of Secondary Education at Government House, Asaba. The report.
Governor Oborewori said the global victory reaffirmed that Delta State's deliberate investment in education were yielding tangible results. He stressed that education remains the greatest legacy parents and governments can bequeath to future generations, noting that while material wealth can be lost, education is a lifelong asset that can never be taken away. The governor commended the students' parents for nurturing him and praised Madonna International School for providing quality education. He also announced that in addition to the 20 million naira reward for the students, the government would extend support to the school.
The education remains in you till death. And that is the reason why we don't play with education in Delta State. His victory is not a surprise to us in Delta State. And today, Master Great Chinedu Okodiashi has brought this cup, the World Cup of Spelling Bee, to us in Delta. Of Spelling Bee in Delta shows that our investment in education is working. Not only building infrastructure with our education, we are laying a very good foundation.
Earlier, the Commissioner for Secondary Education, Dr. Kingsley Ashibogu, described the victory as a historic achievement not only for Delta State but also for Nigeria and the African continent. He said the triumph marked the return of the prestigious trophy to Africa, adding that the students' success was the culmination of years of determination and consistent effort from the team to persevere until
another global support for your support, not only financial support, moral support. On a daily basis, we're making calls to Africa. The trophy is back to Nigeria, and the trophy is here in Delta State.
He also commended the governor, Master Great Chinedu Okodiashi, expressed appreciation for the support he received and pledged to continue working hard to bring more honors and international recognition to Delta State and Nigeria.
The worst is so I was actually very happy and I was very excited because I knew that I did my country well, I did my family.
TV News.
Still on EduPort takes a look at long school vacation and the challenges parents encounter in ensuring that the holiday is
provide children with opportunity to rest and unwind, but education experts say they can also serve as a valuable period of learning new skills, improving academic performance beyond the classroom. A cross-section of parents in an interview in Asaba them for the next academic section.
Well, my intention is to take, because I have 4 boys, 1 girl, and I have intention, after today they are vacating, I will enroll him to where he will be learning how to repair handsets, because sitting at home will cost me more, and it will still cause disruption in the house.
Others have opted for skill acquisition programs where children are learning computer appreciation, coding, fashion design, catering, hairdressing, bead making, painting, music, photography, and other vocational skills.
I'm learning how to repair phone. It has improved my knowledge.
Yes, fashion design. I've learned how to create designs like sewing gown and skirts.
Other respondents say engaging children in meaningful activities during the long vacation help instill discipline, build confidence, encourage creativity, and promote a sense of responsibility while also reducing their exposure to negative influences.
Work can help children, because if you live at home, it's end up watching films and proving from, and that it will not help the society.
Whenever their children is through with their first term or second term or during the holidays, I think it's best for them to enroll them for this program, of which is going to help them along the line. They are going to gain a lot of skills, not just the software alone. They're going to learn the hardware, including the software, both together, and it will help them on the long run.
While some parents are taking advantage of holiday lesson centers and vocational training programs, others have expressed concern over the increased amount of time children spend on social media, electronic gadgets, and other unproductive activities. Education stakeholders therefore encourage parents to strike a healthy balance between recreation and learning, emphasizing that the holiday period should be used not only for relaxation but also for personal growth, character development, and the acquisition of lifelong skills.
Don't see the need for parents to send their children for extra schooling during the holiday. I think the holiday should be time when students or children get to acquire some certain skills. It's an opportunity, an avenue for them to learn things outside of the classroom. I prefer my child going to learn football, robotics, tech skills, computer, something that is not, or something that does not have to do with the classroom.
As the long vacation continues, many parents believe that exposing children to educational and vocational activities will prepare them for the next school term and equip them with valuable life skills for the future. Education experts also encourage parents to use the holiday period to nurture their children's talent and personal development. Reporting from Asaba, Cynthia Adanaya, Dott TV.
Away from education, let's now focus on security. Operatives of the Delta State Police Command have arrested 2 suspected criminals and recovered 2 pistols, live ammunition, suspected cocaine, and other incriminating items during a stop-and-search operation along the Abaro-Warri Road. The arrests, according to the police, were made on Saturday by operatives of the Safer Highway Patrol, as the command intensified efforts to curb the proliferation of illegal firearms and drug-related crimes across the state.
The Delta State Police Command has in recent months intensified intelligence-led operations and highway patrols aimed at disrupting criminal networks, intercepting illegal arms, and combating drug trafficking as part of border efforts to improve security across the state. In a statement issued on Sunday by the Police Public Relations Officer Bright Sedafe, the command said the suspect identified as 46-year-old Omini Ezeri and 42-year-old Chinedu Nwagbara, both residents of Port Harcourt, Rivers State, were intercepted while traveling in a grey Mercedes-Benz. The statement noted that a fed up of vigilance and professionalism. Elsewhere, the command says it has recorded another operational success in its sustained efforts to combat crime police. The operation, which was carried out on 24 July 2026, forms part of the command's proactive strategy to dismantle criminal networks and deny offenders safe haven across the state. Acting on credible intelligence, the operatives raided identified criminal flashpoints, leading to the arrest of 81 suspects comprising 50 males and 31 females. The suspects were apprehended for offenses including the sale and possession of other development. The Delta State Police Command has arrested 9 suspects in a statewide crackdown on illegal roadblocks and unauthorized revenue collection along highways across the state. The command said the enforcement exercise was launched in compliance with the federal government's directive to eliminate extortion and criminal activities on Nigerian roads. In a statement, the State Police Public Relations Officer SP Bright Sedafe said the operation began on Friday, targeting notorious locations where illegal toll collection and roadblocks have disrupted free movement and endangered motorists. According to the statement, the suspects were arrested at strategic locations during the head bridge axis at the Delta Anambra boundary and the Bini Asaba Expressway near Agbo. The police said all the suspects are in custody and will be charged after investigations are concluded. Similarly, the Delta State Police Command, in collaboration with Oshimili North and South local government authorities, has commenced a decisive enforcement exercise against unauthorized parks and garages operating within the Asaba metropolis. The operation, which began on Monday, July 20th, targeted illegal parks and garages during sending of unchecked parcels as waybills. During the exercise, 9 illegal parks were dismantled at strategic location, 1 at Pinnacle Junction along Panam Road, 2 at Summit area, 3 at the Coker area, and 3 others at the Heads Bridge access boundary between Delta and Anambra states. A total of 45 vehicles were impounded during the enforcement exercise, and these vehicles have been handed over to the local government authorities for possible prosecution in accordance with existing laws and regulation. Priscilla Ifani, Dott TV News.
Away from Delta, police have launched a manhunt after suspected gunmen abducted Kebbi State High Court Judge Justice Faruko Hassan Bunza from his residence in Bunza local government area. The attackers reportedly stormed his home around midnight, shortly after he returned from Sokoto State, taking him away without harming other occupants. Family members have appealed to security agencies and the state government to ensure his safe rescue. A senior official of the Kebbi State High Court described the incident as a major setback for the judiciary, saying the court has begun working closely with security agencies to secure the judge's release. Confirming the incident, Kebbi State Police spokesperson Bashir Usman said the Commissioner of Police, Omar Hadejia, had deployed tactical and intelligence teams to rescue the judge. While the Nigerian Army has arrested Private Mohammed Yusuf, a soldier previously declared wanted for allegedly supplying military accoutrements to terrorists and other criminal groups. He was apprehended by troops of the 7th Provost Group, Operation Hadinkai, at Jidari bus stop in Maiduguri, while reportedly attempting to flee to the Republic of Cameroon after being declared wanted on July 23rd. According to the Army, preliminary investigations revealed that Yusuf absconded from his unit on July 7 and went into hiding in the Gomari Costain area of Jere local government area with the help of an associate. His arrest followed credible intelligence, and he is currently in military custody as investigations continue to uncover the full extent of his alleged activities and identify possible accomplices. The Army described the arrest as a demonstration of the effectiveness of intelligence-led operations and reaffirmed its commitment to professionalism, accountability, and the fight against terrorism. 5-year-old Lagos businessman Onuibo Chinedu for allegedly attempting to export 3.3 kilograms of cocaine concealed in cartons of food items bound for the United Kingdom. The suspect was arrested after NDLEA operatives intercepted the shipment at the export shed of the Muratala Mohammed, believed to have delivered the consignment. In a separate operation, the agency arrested 31-year-old entrepreneur Emmanuel, arrived from the United States. NDLEA also recovered 2.24 million pills of tapentadol valued at more than 2.2 billion naira from a ship and destined for the UK was seized. And in Anambra State, a 3-story student hostel known as Elite 5-Star Lodge has collapsed in Amobala, Oko, Orumba North local government area of the state, trapping an unknown number of occupants believed to be mostly students. The building reportedly gave way in the early hours of Monday, triggering panic among residents and passers-by who rushed to the scene after hearing a loud noise. Some injured victims have been rescued and taken to a hospital in Oko for treatment. The Anambra State Police Command confirmed the incident, saying a joint security team alongside the Anambra State Fire Service and the Anambra State Emergency Management Agency immediately mobilized to the site to secure the area and begin rescue operations. Authorities have not yet confirmed the number of casualties. Congress NDC Peter Obi insists he won't spend more than 4 years if elected in 2027. Obi, a former presidential candidate of the Labour Party LP in the 2023 election, dismissed claims that he is promising a single-term presidency just to get to power. Responding to comments by his running mate, Rabiu Kwankwaso, that there was an agreement for the former governor to serve for 4 years if elected as president, Obi told Sheon Okimbaloye in an exclusive interview on Sunday Politics that it was an agreement. He said that as gentlemen, they must respect the deal and insisted that he doesn't need more than 4 years to show the path Nigeria will take. Meanwhile, hoodlums suspected to be political thugs on Sunday stormed a permanent voters card PVC distribution center in Okuku, the headquarters of the Odolting local government area of Osun State, and carted away 2 packs of PVCs. INEC officials were busy distributing the cards at the Oyilola DC Primary School Ward 2, when the thugs suddenly arrived and started shooting sporadically into the air, scaring residents and officials, and took 2 packs of cards and left the venue before police could arrive at the scene. The spokesperson of the Osun State Command, Abiodun Ojelabi, said that about 10 armed hoodlums invaded the center, fired sporadically into the air, and TAN has condemned the attack and directed a comprehensive investigation to identify and prosecute those responsible. You're still watching Midday News on Dott TV. Still ahead, federal government denies planned electricity tariff hike, says subsidies remain, plus foreign and sports stories. And that's after the break. Please stay with us.
The Delta State government invites business leaders, global investors, policymakers, and industry captains to the Delta State Economic and Investment Summit 2026, themed Harnessing Our Strengths and Unlocking Our Potentials. Chief guest of honor, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON. Keynote speaker, Director General of the World Trade Organization, Davuru. Other distinguished local and international participants will also be in attendance. Date August 3 to 5, 2026. Time 10 a.m. daily. Venue Dome Event Center, Asaba. Chief host His Excellency Right Honorable Sheriff Obrewori, Governor Delta State. Announcer Dr. Kingsley Emu, Secretary to Delta State Government and Chairman Planning Committee.
In the heart of Asaba, where the street tells the stories every single day.
From the corridors of powers to the decisions shaping governance and politics in Delta and Nigeria.
From traders counting every naira to families battling rising costs and uncertain times.
From football pitches to sporting successes to the major developments making the headlines all over the world.
And from the untold human stories, the struggles, victories, resilience, and hope of the everyday Nigerians.
This is the news beyond the headlines. Dott TV News are your trusted window to stories that truly matter to the people. Here, we don't just report events, we tell the human stories behind them. You're welcome back to the Midday News on Dott TV. Here are the insisting that there is no proposal to raise charges for any category of consumers connected to the national grid. The clarification was made in a statement released on Saturday by the Special Advisor to the President on Power Infrastructure in the Office of the Vice President, Sadiq Wanka, following media reports that interpreted his recent remarks as signaling an imminent traffic review. According to Wanka, the report misrepresented comments he made during a presentation at the Asharami Square 3.0 event held in Lagos on July 22, 2026. He explained that his presentation focused on investment opportunities in Nigeria's electricity sector and the federal government's ongoing power sector reforms aimed at attracting private capital across the electricity value chain. Wanka noted that he merely reiterated the tariff policy outlined in the National Integrated Electricity Policy, which was finalized in December 2024 and approved by the Federal Executive Council in May 2025. In the meantime, the federal government has earmarked 962.83 billion naira for the procurement of sport utility vehicles and empowerment project in the 2026 Appropriation Act, an amount that exceeds the combined allocations to 7 key federal ministries, according to a review by the budget by civic technology organization Tracker. In its analysis of the 2026 federal government budget, TRAC has said the allocation comprised 15.13 billion naira for the procurement of 39 SUVs and 947.70 billion naira for 2,500 agencies surrounding many of the empowerment projects. The organization argued that the omission raised fundamental accountability questions regarding project implementation and oversight. And now to foreign news, 3 people have been killed and several others injured following a shooting at a food festival near the Space Needle in Seattle on Sunday. The City Fire Department Mayor Katie Wilson said one suspect was taken into custody following the incident at the Seattle Center, which had been hosting the annual Bite of Seattle Food Festival across the weekend when the shots were fired. A second suspect fled the scene and is yet to be apprehended, Assistant Chief of Seattle Police Tyrone Davis added. He said it is believed the suspects were shooting at each other. 2 deaths were confirmed at the scene, with 1 person dying later in hospital. Those injured include a 2-year-old boy. While elsewhere, the man suspected of carrying out what authorities say was likely an Islamist terror attack at Berlin Pride has been shot and killed by police. Officers opened fire when Abdul Balaut, a 21-year-old German citizen with Lebanese heritage, rushed at them with a knife in Spandau, a western borough of Berlin. It brought an end to a massive manhunt that was launched after a white van was driven into a crowd of people near Tiergarten Park on Saturday evening, killing 1 woman and injuring at least 29 others. Police say following the ramming, several people were injured in a stabbing attack. Speaking to reporters on Sunday, German Interior Minister Alexander Dobrindt said evidence pointed to it being an Islamist terror attack. Meanwhile, Palestinian officials say Israeli settlers have set fire to 2 mosques, as well as cars and agricultural land in the occupied West Bank, as tensions in the territory continue to flare. The latest attacks come 2 days after a clash between settlers and Palestinians near the village of Tal, which left 4 Palestinians and 2 Israelis dead. Both sides accused the other of provoking the violence. The confrontation has further inflamed the situation in the West Bank, which has seen ever-growing violence by extremist settlers against Palestinians, encouraged by far-right elements in the current Israeli government. Palestinian reports say that 2 villages hate graffiti sprays painted on walls. Well, Andy Burnham has pledged to continue the UK's unwavering support for Ukraine ahead of meeting Volodymyr Zelensky on Monday. The Ukrainian president will become the Prime Minister's first international visitor since he took office a week ago, which Number 10 said, unquote, illustrates the strength of the relationship between the 2 nations, end of quote. They will visit a naval base where Burnham will announce the sharing of their intellectual property behind the UK's new Stone Cloak electronic warfare system, enabling Ukraine to produce the technology at scale. And that's it on foreign news. Up next is sports news with Anthony Uche.
We start with some transfer news. Real Madrid have reportedly reached a verbal agreement in principle with RB Leipzig to sign Ivorian winger Yan Diamonde, subject to final details. Paris Saint-Germain had previously agreed a 5-year contract with the player, but the French champions ultimately refused to match Real Madrid's lucrative package. Diamonde's rapid rise comes just 12 months after Leipzig triggered his €20 million release clause. The explosive winger repaid that fate with 13 goals and 36 appearances across all competitions last season, playing a crucial role in securing a 3rd-place Bundesliga finish and the return to the Champions League. Meanwhile, Newcastle United manager Eddie Howe has admitted growing uncertainty regarding the future of star midfielder Bruno Guimaraes this summer. Arsenal are heavily monitoring the 28-year-old who has just 2 years left on his contract at St James's Park and are reportedly preparing a bid in the excess of £70 million. Losing the influential Brazilian will represent a devastating blow for the Magpies ahead of the new campaign, particularly following high-profile departures of Anthony Gordon to Barcelona and Sandro Tonali to Tottenham. Now to some boxing news, where in a dramatic heavyweight clash in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, Anthony Joshua recovered from 2 early knockdowns, including one just 20 seconds into the opening round, to sensationally stop Christian Prenga in the second round of his comeback fight, marking his return to the ring following the devastating December car crash in Nigeria that tragically claimed the lives of his friends, Shin Ogbami and Lateef Ayodele. The British fighter found his devastating right hand in round 2, sending the Albanian crashing to the canvas and prompting the referee to immediately intervene. The victory clears the final hurdle for an epic, long-awaited showdown with Tyson Fury, who earned his own victory over Poland's Mariusz Wach in Thailand less than 24 hours prior. On the track, Lando Norris delivered a masterclass to secure his and McLaren's first Grand Prix victory of the season in an enthralling contest in Hungary. Max Verstappen held on under immense pressure to claim second, while Kimi Antonelli rounded out the podium in third. Antonelli's strategic drive extended his Drivers' Championship lead to 50 points over Lewis Hamilton and 59 over Mercedes teammate George Russell, who slumped to 7th following a poor start. Formula One now enters its mandatory 4-week summer break before returning for the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort from the 21st to the 23rd of August. From the sports desk, Anthony Uche reporting for .tv News.
Well, that's a wrap on the midday news on .tv. Follow .tv across social media at official.tv. Thanks for joining us. Keep watching .tv. I am